Hey everybody, this is Asher back with more Dyson Sphere program, and as promised, we are going to be doing our best to get some yellow science going as the sun is rising on our save here. I did make a lot of good progress last time, but I've run into some problems in my test runs here that we're going to have to see if we can kind of troubleshoot this. Because first things first, we need yellow science. We need yellow science for things like this, for interplanetary, whatever you call it, logistics, which are things we want, but we're also, as I am foreseeing here, going to be running into some power draw problems. Now, I do have some of those things researched here, but one thing that's been suggested to me multiple times is going ahead and going towards a mini fusion generator. You see that we actually have most of the materials available for it. We'll need this, which we actually are producing graphene and titanium. We can make it work. Interplanetary logistics will help with that a lot. But these are all things we'll need to research towards the purple matrices anyway. And then we have some other upgrades we definitely want to do, like inventory is really nice. Getting my core is very important. We can't do higher speed yet. Yeah, and it's really interesting that some of these things are just grayed out right now, but I guess it's because they currently require another thing here. Now, one of the things that's really interesting to me is that we do have a few things that we're going to be working on here that I will get to eventually, and that's going to be probably our most important thing here. But for starters, you see that we don't have any yellow cubes, and that makes everybody a little sad. But we kind of have our research path going, but I just want to look at the power situation at first, because right now it's pretty stable, 76 megawatts, we're generating 36. Everything's all pretty happy as we have a little bit of a stutter here. Most of our power is coming from this generator. As you can see, we have some happy little oil getting pushed through here ever so slowly, and everything's kind of getting pushed in here. One thing I am going to do is just a matter of precaution, as I should have done this before. So I may be cutting off everybody's power right now. We do need some of these as well. We're going to need a lot of those. We're going to need a stack of these, if I could just get them in. We are going to need a lot of chemical plants because we are having fun with there, and I actually need some more power lines. So that's our early shopping trip, but that's why we have them all there available. Now you may say to yourself, all this graphene is really doing a great job right now. I need to delete one more line here. And that may be true. It is doing a great job for now. Wow. Actually need to delete even more. Okay. Fine. We'll do it this way. Now all this is going to do... Yes, I did build a storage tank. But all this is going to do is that there will be some oil backlog here. This gives it room to fill up. So that way my hydrogen will continue to burn here. You can see already I'm having some power failures because hydrogen wasn't coming through. We have energetic graphene that's going through this way. This system is it's working for now. And you can see already we have just a few little dips here. It's being slightly supported by some solar panels. If stuff goes to hell, I will break down and get some more solar panels out. But I do want to get started with my yellow cube because I need to make two things here. Diamonds are easy. We have energetic graphene. We have a line of it. We can just convert that. And I think it takes a chemical facility to do it. No, it takes a smelting facility. I'm stupid. But titanium crystals are going to be a little tougher because we have titanium. We'll need to pull some from another planet. But we need to make organic crystals. That's kind of the challenge. You saw that I kept some of that plant waste from before. But we actually have some pretty good lines of stuff here already. But the one thing we need to make is plastic. And what we're going to need for plastic is refined oil and energetic graphene. So we'll eventually need water as well. So most of these lines that we have right here right now are pretty good. I mean, about the only thing we don't need right now is stone, but it looks like our sulfuric acid production is okay. I can always drop a few more here. So there are some other things I definitely want to do today. Like I definitely want to build up. Let's see if I can do this correctly first off. But one thing I definitely want to build up is my base's ability to, let's put this up just a little bit higher, just spread it out a little bit, not make things so crowded in case I need to do some stuff a little bit more. Plus we're going to have some weird touch and go with just the lines here. This is why I say try not to build north and south if you can, but we're doing it today, so rules are meant to be broken, I guess. So if we do it kind of like this, we put our graphene on the outside. I guess one of the questions is, how much plastic do we need to make? And I think the answer is going to be quite a bit. So if we go ahead and put plastic up here, and we copy, I think we can just paste, maybe. Oh, it is actual just hotkey, but we don't actually have to click on the thing, we can do it that way. So refined oil, we just take the refined oil like this and put it kind of up here. It's a little sloppy, but we'll make it work. Like I said, I know I'm losing the speedrun. I actually am seeing more and more people on Twitch speedrun this game, which is kind of hilarious, but at the same time, you know, this is the kind of game where people can find their own fun, for sure. But I think what I'm going to do here is, I guess, to use the overused term here, kind of a cheeky thing, and just put this line down here. And I think we're going to do 8 plastics. Now, one thing that's going to really stress out my power grid is that chemical stations, if I can pull up the actual thing here, that's a thermal plant. Chemical stations take up 720 kilowatts of power, which is like 2.5 wind turbines. So we're going to be putting a lot of stress on our power system, even from this, because you're going to see that we're going to be making... Okay, I don't want to do that there. We're going to be making a lot of power stations, but one of my rules for making these is that I do want to make them not exactly aligned to each other, because that makes it a lot easier for me to work with actually passing stuff along the line. So, did we miss our graphene? There we go. So, power poles as well. Like I said, I promised I would just dive into this, and we are, in fact, diving into it. Alright. One really thing... Yes. That's not my first power station, but thanks. One thing I really like about the chemical plants, if you lay them out, even side by side, is that you can literally just drop power, like, on top of things. Not just power, but, like... You can actually drop a little power pole in there. Is this what we're doing? Okay, this is what we're doing. Let's make it weird. Because I think we're going to be done with the graphene for the most part here, so... Building at the kind of top of the planetary system is always a little dicey. Alright, but there's a reason we kept this stuff down here. But once again, I don't actually need to click on these. I can literally just press the key, which is nice. So plastic, we have graphene. We have the other thing. I hope I have enough grabbers. If you like mouse clicking, you're gonna love this Twitch VOD. Yeah, Dyson Sphere Program is a game that's a lot about solving logistical problems. But even you look at other people who stream this, who play this, it's they will have these big grandiose plans, and still they run into things like, oh crap, why is this happening? And I guess one thing I really do like is the problem-solving aspect of this game, because there are a lot of problems. And it's not like a kaiju monster trying to destroy the village problems, it's just you are the monster. And how can you make things more efficient? Like, I am 6.5 hours into the save, you can see that timing from the bottom there. That's already way ahead of where I was last time, but as you've been able to watch, you could see I could be going even faster, potentially. Like, for instance, we have our plastic production now, just while that talking here. So we need 2 plastics, 1 refined oil, and 1 water. That means we actually don't need the graphene here. But I am going to run the graphene back up anyway. Just for funsies, I guess. Guess if we run this over here. Can we do it? Can we do it like this? Will the game let us? Maybe. That's ugly as hell. I love it. Okay, so graphene's going back out here. Because we're just gonna... I could do some stuff with interplanetary logistic stations. Like, literally have things just fly around the planet with drones. And that is my goal eventually. But that's not what I'm going to be doing today. So, we do it like this. Because I do want to put my chemical plants kind of up here, instead of tucking it all the way down. As long as we don't run into that crap, we should be good. Alright, so H2O. I think we're going to have to do it like this. Alright, so 1 line, 2 line, 3 line. There we go. So, one thing that I ran into in my last save is that I was really afraid to scale up my builds. You're going to see here one of the reasons that I automated things like chemical production plants is that we will be scaling the shit out of these builds today. Like, they're going to be big. But if we look at our power creep here, still only at 37, 36, 35, so we're okay right now. The one thing I'm going to do differently from my test run on this earlier is that I'm not going to, like, spam a bunch of, what's the word for it? A bunch of logistics towers early. I want to make sure I have my power stable. So, can we do this? I actually don't think we can, because we're not going to be able to reach the oil there. So that's okay. Can I do this? 1, 2, 3. So it's not going to be as neat because we're building north and south, which is something that I said not to do. Never listen to Asher for anything. No one else does. Alright, so here's our janky line of jank. I love it. Alright, so we're gonna dump all of our organic crystals down here. So we're making crystals now. So let's see, I shouldn't need to click on all that, so that's nice. And these will all need happy little electricity. That has a gap. There's that gap. So as long as we have all of our power available, we'll be fine. I am going to need to get some more sorters though in just a little bit. So water, plastic, this stuff. And one of the most annoying ass resources, the very first thing I looked for going into outer space in my last save, is now solved. Ugh, okay. For some reason that works. I'm not gonna try to explain it, I'll just appreciate that it works. Alright, so 1. Like I said, I do need to upgrade my belts. I do need to automate that process, so that is something we'll be doing soon. But not yet, so once again, our graphene is going to be a really easy setup. In fact, I'm probably going to be doing it up here.
Foundation.
Yes, I know about foundation. Thank you, game. Just aggressive helpfulness. That's the future, I guess. Alright, so you up here. You up here. I don't think we're going to need more plastic production of that. Plastic's not used in too many other things. Oh boy. I did forget to get snacks. Let's eat some graphene, even though that's not great. Let's eat some logs, even though I said I wouldn't. Where's our charging bolt station? Right here. Okay, draw off the power grid. You can see we're actually not using a lot of this right now, so I might as well... This isn't my, like, long-term plan. But if nothing else is being used, I might as well at least consume that. Alright. So, some sloppy mistakes. But it's fine. Just hit the sort button and call it a day. Okay, did I say I was going to get something else? We have all this plant material. We actually have organic crystals I can drop in the production, which is awesome, but I will do that later. I do want to keep a keen eye on my power, like, draw, though. Okay. So, once again, we have no research, but we're close to being able to make these, because these are going to have to be replicated, and we're actually going to need to get some more titanium for it. My original plan was to do drone stations to kind of drop off the titanium, but since all of my titanium's kind of in one place and is not being used for too much right now, I'm just going to grab a bunch of this and get that production started. Like, literally, what's our titanium doing? It's building some more towers, which is great. We have 10 towers, which is apparently a stack. We have more of these, so this automation's going awesome. I'm just going to let that cook for now. Like, I had high hopes earlier, but I want to see if this setup is what breaks my power or if something else breaks my power. And I would love to avoid having to go into the quagmire of, let's see if I can keep these. Can I have you dump out this way? I'd love to avoid the quagmire of dropping down a bunch of solar panels, and I might be able to. I'm just not sure. If I do it, I'm going to do it. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Maybe here? There we go. So it gets a little stretchy at the end, but we can make it happen. So these lines, as you might be able to predict, are just going to go down here. And I don't know if we're going to need anything else right now for this. Like, I could always take that refined oil and try to drag it back into my thermal power plants. Because those thermal power plants are doing pretty good, but as we will discuss in a little bit, they do have their limitations. Like, once I want to start charging all of my drone things and have stuff fly around everywhere, there's a lot of different things you can do. And as you can see from our star, we have not done anything with the Dyson Swarm yet. So that is stuff for later. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, look, less clicks. Everyone was pleased. And one here for fun. Okay, more clicks. Ooh, and a nice burp. Yeah, it was a good Valentine's Day today. We usually keep it very low-key anyway, regardless of COVID, so it's more weird of anything that it's been nearly a year, but we just kept it like together with the fam. Nothing too crazy going on. Do I have enough chemical plants? Yes, barely. And once again, we're gonna do this so that these can draw off of different ones pretty well. This should be fine. This has to be fine. This might be fine. And this one's oh so fine. Isn't that nice how that works? So nice when a plan comes together. So, what I could, and just look at this, we have like a whole chunk of stuff here. Is this going to be enough? I don't know for sure. But one reason I kind of want to keep this open right now is so that if I need to expand these 3 lines, I will do it. But once again, if we look over here, we do actually have a little bit of backup. So that's letting us slightly more efficiently throw the hydrogen in here to burn. So power still holding at 77. So it could actually be the my overambition with the stuff. That's not like the technical term at all. But my overambition with running logistics towers early could have been what screwed me. All right. So once again, making diamonds easy, but you have to make it in a smelter. There's a rare resource that's not really super necessary. But let's see here. Organic crystal outtake, 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 outtake. And then we go fun times. Fun times. Whew, that was closer than I would have liked. And these should all be fine. It's really nice that these have 4 on the side. It makes it a lot easier than the assemblers, which only have 3. But even... oh boy. I was a little afraid of this. I think it's solvable though. We just take... nope, not that. Alright. That was not the play game. Alright. Like this works. So you have water. So all we've got to do is take this one down. Put you in there. Put the water right here. There we go. So everybody's happy. Everybody wins. I should have gotten some more foundation as well. But yeah, I had this nice little setup where I'd like put a logistics tower just up here and drop all my materials in really, really happily. But that's not going to be happening right now. We're just going to brute force it and drag our spaghetti line over here for the time being. Because there's a lot of potential solutions for dealing with power. But, we will get to them when we get to them. Foundation is what I'm here for, not this crap. Ooh, we're actually building up a steel collection. Nice. Too bad, though, because now we're building up a foundation collection. Although we're still a little low on soil. And if I have to put down a lot of solar panels, that's going to change. How's our power? We're at 46 now. Okay, so we do have an uptick. Alright, so we need for all of this, we need assemblers. We have 23 in inventory. And we need smelters, which we have 36. So we are fine, fine, fine. Boop. We have some soil. I think we're going to be okay for the time being. Alright. So, easy stuff first. We're just going to put it all in a line right here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Because I can be pre-building this right now where this is going. I don't have the materials for a matrix lab, do I? Oh, I do a little bit. I have enough for 3. Which probably means I'm short on iron. So let's go ahead and stop by, grab some snacks. I will have hydrogen or other fuel rods later to do this, but let's just grab some iron plates off the line. I mean, this is all automated process. Eventually I'm going to be feeding these lines into towers and make a feedback loop where the drones will take it back to the beginning, so we don't have to worry about moving stuff around. It'll look nice eventually, but of course first we have to actually get our yellow science in place so we can build 9 of these. I don't know what I'm short on yet, but 9 will be enough to get us started for our yellow research. Chomp chomp. I really like the energetic graphene can hold 100. That's kind of the benefit here. But let's see. We are gonna put our smelters like... I don't know if we're ever gonna need this much diamond. I did build a smelter. Thanks, game.
Such as iron ingots and copper ingots automatically. While you want to make the raw materials and products get in and out of it autonomously, you need to use sorters and conveyor belts.
Okay, and we're starting to get some lag with the autosave as well, so that's good to pay attention to as well. And you can see how many belts I've used already. I got 600 of these. Alright, so all you're doing is making diamonds. Easy. And I think I missed one because I had to open this one. There we go. Alright. And then we can just leave the energetic graphene right there for now. Because one of the really weird feedback loops that ends up going on here is that we have graphene being produced from so many different places. But apparently our power system is incredibly fragile. And if we use too much of it, it like goes kaput. So we're just gonna leave that there. Like I said, we can always fill this in. Apparently I was wrong about this. You can fill in this land and the water will still draw, which makes sense because it's water pipes. Alright, so we need assemblers. Probably going to need some more pathing as well. How many assemblers do I want? Probably more than just what that one's going to do. Because we are, in fact, going to need titanium to come out of here as well. So let's go ahead and make a second line for titanium. And put some happy little boxes right there. So, assemblers. Easy enough. Like, it's just, everything is just so much more simplified when all of my base stuff is automated and I don't have to worry about, like, crap, what materials do I need to bring to build garbage? Definitely didn't need to put power towers everywhere, but that's fine. Our plan isn't really to walk through this. Alright, so we're going to run this way. So we can have you join with this line. And that'll be fine. Alright. I will get used to that eventually. Alright. So like I said, the goal before was to just use logistics towers to make this go, but I don't think we're gonna have the, oh shit, can't do it that way. The reason I can't do it that way should be obvious. It's because we need to grab off of this line. Oops. Getting sloppy. Alright, so we need one of each. And the other ones here should be pretty easy. But you don't need titanium for a lot, but you definitely need titanium for this. And this is something where I will be looking to fly in titanium to this area eventually to kill my noodles, but it's pasta night, I guess. And then eventually we're going to have more than just this. I'm actually just going to do it.
Matrix Lab.
Yes, thank you, game.
To make super matrices or research technologies that require them.
And the reason we're doing it like that is pretty straightforward. It's so that if I need to put more smelters on the line for diamonds for some godforsaken reason, I can. And we're going to need to put one on the back as well. Because right now we don't have a bunch of room with this, but we can always move this line kind of down. Alright, so I need more belts. And I need to move my titanium. Alright, but good pace. Just a few minutes in here, like... Uh-oh. Okay, almost messed up. Like this is gonna be hungry for a minute, and then it's gonna be kind of quiet. Okay, we need more belts. So many more belts. I was really wanting to use a tower here, but look at this. We're at 7. We're pretty much steadily producing 76 power. Like I said, I have some theory for what happens to my power draw here. One of them is just that I end up pulling off of this stuff too much over here, and eventually kind of running out of hydrogen that feeds a bunch of this stuff. But I'm going to have to... these are only producing 2.16 megawatts, which is good for now, but my power needs are about to get a lot bigger. Also, I was supposed to grab titanium. I mean, what am I even playing tonight? I mean, that's interesting, because there's been some other games that I've had my eye on as well. This is really the year for, like, Asher just sees other games. Alright, this is not as much titanium as I expected. But we're not gonna plunk the towers off of there right now, so this is fine. Yellow research is a higher priority. We have those pre-built for when we're ready. I am gonna be hopefully pre-building some other good stuff as well. So let's make sure this works. That's working. That's working. That's working. Definitely a good start. Now we can make these taller as well. But unfortunately, one thing I am going to be required to do for now is to run this line really far. Like, I know I was so excited about not having a spaghettified run here, but that dream, at least for the time being, is gone. So this can all be deleted later. Look at that. Yellow science. Can even probably put down an assembler or two more here, so screw it. Well, let's do one assembler. I can always expand this. Because these are some of the slowest things that get made. Alright. And can I build more of these? I don't know what I'm short on. So I'm guessing it's going to be... I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Science first. And I guess just for the sake of sanity, I'll run it to the right here and eventually have this other research run to the right. And then finally, we can start researching some new techs. Because it has been like an hour of playtime without research. And that is no good. Alright. Alright, what's my power like? Look at that. My power's starting to creep down. 67.66. 54 up here. So, is it my yellow cube production that's doing it? Perhaps. We'll see if we go into cascading power failure. Pretty much starting yellow research is what killed me here before. So we're at 9.6, 9.7 production per minute. That's not great. What do I need to make more of these? I feel kind of stupid. It's like, who do I have to slash and burn to get all this stuff down here? Alright, so we have all these plates going. They're not the happiest little plates. But they're still going, so let's see. Our research is cranking up. Actually, need to upgrade this belt. So that's a plus. But yeah, look at this. This is really interesting. Why are you not doing anything? It's probably because you can't actually dump your red research. Alright, you know what? How many more of these can we build? 5, and then we're short on copper as well, aren't we? Okay. This is one thing I was hoping to avoid, grabbing iron off the line, but my iron box isn't getting filled anymore. We have magnets. And this doesn't take too long, so whee, it's a lot faster. Like this. Because yeah, I definitely want to build more of these. Oh, we need glass. Well, I should have plenty of glass available. And that should be boxed up. Alright, there we go. That's fine. So I need to be building more actual research towers as part of what the game's trying to tell me. We'll see how that lasts. But at least for the time being, it looks correct to drop another set down here. Oh, I can even go taller. Well, we'll start with this. and see if we need to go taller. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3. Let's chow down on those cubes. Still keeping an eye on my power here, though. Yep, there we go. There we go. I wish I had a detailed thing here, but we have 92 megawatts of consumption, which, interestingly enough, means that it maybe wasn't the... What's eating all of our power? Our research here. Well, crap. Okay. Well, what did I say before? If we start having cascading power failures, then I have a plan. But for now, we're out of titanium, so that's not going to be an issue for the time being. Alright, so good stuff. And look over here all of a sudden. We have this stuff that's running out. We have this line that's now moving. Suddenly, our coal production is woefully insufficient. I mean, we're doing our best here. And this is all just feeding directly to research. So I half wonder if I can do something stupid. And I know, once again, we hate spaghetti here. We're trying to avoid it, but I'm not doing a great job. So if we can just take some of this, kind of loop it over here. Eventually, this is the kind of thing I want to do with other stuff, but for now, if I can take half of this graphene that's being produced here, like we take some more, we just smelt the shit out of this. Alright. Even throw this line a little bit. So it's fascinating. I was right about my power being a problem, but not exactly for the right reasons. I dig. Alright. Okay. So that's a little more here. Once again, we do have graphene that's getting produced from the other place, but whew, look at that. We're steadily producing 76 still, but we are now consuming 100 megawatts. Alright. So, our science station up here, which is currently backlogged, but is still doing its best. Yeah, that's something we're going to have to deal with. So, I do need to get some more stuff, but I am going to wave the white flag here. I am nowhere near the ability to make some... What's it called? In other words, there's a whole bunch of stuff I can do with accumulators and pulling stuff off of worlds and everything, but I am so sorry. I wanted to avoid this, but we're gonna have to use some solar power. So fortunately, this means that we're not super bottlenecked from doing interstellar logistics. And fortunately for us, the South Pole is a really inviting place to build for solar power. Now, the thing about solar power is that you need a presence on both sides of the planet. Because...
You built a wireless power tower.
Yes, I did.
Which is suitable with long-distance power transmission caused by its longer connection distance. What's exciting is that it can also charge Mecha by using electricity from the grid.
That's true. And I just want to make this go farther. Because I don't feel too bad about this, because eventually it is going to be replaced by not solar arrays, but by... Well, you know what? That's not true. I have not decided yet if I'm building a Dyson sphere in this system. But regardless, we're going to have a big solar power bank on the top of the planet, and we're going to have a big one on the bottom of the planet. We're going to make it as neat as we can, but it doesn't have to be like perfect, because eventually it's either going to stay up or it's going to get torn down. Now, once again, the thing about solar panels is that they're easy. They're relatively cheap to make. Like, you can make them early, even from just stone, passive processing, which is exactly what I did here. And there's a reason I made a lot, because they are easy to use. So, it's nice to know that just even basic research is what killed my grid, which means I can totally do the logistics plan. But the first thing I'm going to need to get is a lot more silicon and a lot more titanium. Like, a lot more. But with the axial tilt of the planet, we're only going to be able to get so much from the solar panels here. So we'll just do this real quick. This is a great way to accumulate soil, though, so that's fine. On yellow power right now. So we have our thermals that are hopefully going to keep firing. This is like a backup system. So that hopefully, if we do happen to have a cascading power failure of thermals, as we tend to do, that these shiny boys and girls can pop in here and be like, we got you. Alright, so promises broken. I wanted to avoid putting a ring of solar panels around the planets. I've just done it at a higher latitude, longitude, what's the word? Alright. What's our power like now? Okay, so we've kind of climbed back up. That's entirely because of our research stopping. So let's fly the other side of the planet. I got a lot of foundation and I got a lot of soil from that move. So I should be able to put some corresponding solar panels on the north side of the planet. Because if we look at this detail again, we do have a 5-degree inclination, which is not as bad as my first playthrough by about 10 degrees. So this move should be a little more effective. And then once we can get some interplanetary stuff moving for silicon and everything, we will be in business. Alright, so where's our foundation? This is where we really need it. And you can see I'm going to be running through soil like crazy, but I'm not going to be aesthetic enough to just say, let me make a clean area. Well, we probably need to do it there. Oh, look at that. Not enough soil. Cool. Alright. Same crap here. Like I said, this is what we call a contingency plan. You can see it's still trying to overdraw, which sucks a little bit, but let's just think about it for a second. We filled in the North Pole. For all I know, there's some, like, person in a digital consciousness somewhere that is just so excited about North Pole fishing and this beautiful water that used to be there, and how they're just looking forward to that when the Dyson sphere is built, the first thing they're going to do is go to the North Pole and they will see, here's a bunch of solar panels. I think we're the bad guy here. We're just giving the humans what they deserve. Here's all this energy just to live on a slab of dirt. Alright, that should be fine. So we're not getting as much up here, but 107 megawatts, so that kind of beats our peak. So, cool. We have a few down there too, which is a little awkward, but we are officially out of resources. So let's drop off our goodies. I don't remember where our good disposal thing is. Probably just as well to put the solar panels back in their little box. And then that's fascinating. Okay. So that's an empty box. Do we have any MK2 sorters sitting in here? Or are these all MK? Yeah, we have MK2 belts. Which of course we do, because we haven't automated the MK3 yet. Let's drink this delicious oil. Alright. Guess we can just drop off the MK1 belts as we replace them, because those are materials for here. For the MK3 belts, we need some other stuff, some of which we've researched. I think we've researched all of it. Yeah. We can make that pretty easily. But once again, we need more graphene, so that's fun. Hello, those of you who are tuning in. We're about to go to space. Hello, space. We really missed that research for other stuff. Alright, so we're going to our happy little lava planet. If I can just find where our star is. Fortunately, it's in a pretty close position right here. And this is going to be, hopefully, one of our last manual flybys. What can I delete from my inventory while I'm wasting my time here? Can eat those. Definitely don't need 2 copper. Definitely don't need 1 coil. Definitely don't need 1 circuit board. So, time to crash and burn. And maybe land on the correct side of the planet? Nope. Nope, not this time. Well, we ran out of electricity, but we're not, it's not too long of a walk. Okay, we got those there. That's a reasonable enough amount of room. I could have ditched one of those matrix labs, but we didn't, so... Look, the nice, happy little lava planet. How's its power doing? That power's fine. Okay. So, happy little recharge station here. We need a fuck ton of silicon and we need a crap ton of titanium. And I forgot to drop more boxes to try and do the thing. So, I'm gonna try to be good about this, but probably fail. Let's go. Like, my plan is to do automated logistics here, so put all you there. And then we'll just grab all you. Okay, Interstellar Logistics Station, just in time. Now, granted, we can't really take everything, and that may be way too much titanium, but whatever. Just go back to our home planet with a bunch of stuff on my cursor. It's going to go hiding behind a gas giant. That sucks a little bit. This is a good time for a drink. Good time to open up a menu and lose that 9,000 titanium I'm holding. Now you may ask yourself, why did I not automate making large storage boxes? And that's a fair question. Because sometimes you do want a large storage box instead of a small storage box. To be honest, my thinking was I wasn't thinking very much about it. So we're just going to fly over the gas giant. Try not to get caught in its gravity. I'm actually, you know what? I know I'm doing a bunch of research like this right now, but one thing that'd be really helpful if I'm going to be going for early hydrogen or hydrogen fusion plants or whatever, is if I, because with yellow research you can do the gas giant stuff. I think. Whoop. Did I land on the wrong part of the planet? It's all the wrong part of the planet. It's just very stupidly opened up my tech tree. So we are barely eking out some yellow science through some witchcraft. I don't understand how that's working, just that it is working. Okay, quick snack from our grid. And then up here to our boxes that I should have filled up with more, but we'll make it work for now. Okay. And just put you with the rest of my titanium buddies for now. Because I did leave this area over here to automate everything. So, There we go, and our silicon is going to go all the way back over here. Which it is a little silly that I didn't grab as much silicon. Oh, it actually... How much do we have in the bottom? Not a lot. Alright. So, chippies are on the menu. Yellow research is on the menu. Yeah, we can do that with yellow, but we also need this prereq. Alright, so 1, and is our queue full? No. So gas giant exploitation is something I definitely underestimated last time, but we are going to have to be able to make accumulators for it, which is fine. That's something I wanted to automate, but I don't know for sure if it's something that I've researched yet. Looks like... have I? Yes, I have. Okay. So, we want to make some of these. We want to actually also automate some of these. Which means we're going to have to expand some of our stuff, but I think the first thing we need to do is to get our conveyor belt MK3. Because right now, we have a little bit of time here. You know, I halfway wonder if I should be... Well, let's see. I think it's important enough for me to go ahead and get my interstellar logistics started that I probably am going to need to make some of this crap by hand. So, if I look at this tech again, because I didn't just research it. This is made in a smelter with titanium and steel and sulfuric acid. Cool. These are all things we have. So where's our titanium flying? Over here. I mean, technically, if my power draw is such that I don't have to worry too much about the drones, we can go ahead and start playing with that just a little bit. Because I thought I'd be crashing and burning, and I was right. Alright, so there's our sulfuric acid outputs. Where do we have some good steel? Pretty sure we have steel getting produced at a few different places. We have box steel right here. Okay, which is a little awkward to draw off of this line. To build this... Okay. Okay, we can make that work. Alright, alright, alright. So, what we have going is we have this already being made. And we have a line right here. This is going to work really well, in fact. Because we don't need any more CPUs. Oh, man. Okay. All we need to do, don't get too excited, is we need to drag this around just a touch. We need to drag... And this is going to feel really silly. But we're going to take some steel off of this line. And then we're going to need to take some sulfuric acid as well, which is a little fun. Alright. Foundation. We don't have a lot of soil though. Okay, let's just work with the space that we got. We don't need to take all of these, we just need to take 2 of these. Don't need to take all of these, we just need to take like 40 of these. Alright. So, baby logistics tower. This will be fine right here.
Logistics station. You have taken the first step to establish the interplanetary logistics.
And we immediately want to cut down that charging power.
The place of logistics station of the...
Alright. And we're going to do a sulfuric acid demand. For sure. Now once again, I think this needs to be smelted. I should really know this by now. Plastic is fine. I suck at reading this UI. There it is. Alright. So sulfuric acid, steel, and titanium. Cool. What do you know? Titanium. Alright. Can I actually drop this into there? Yes. Alright. So since we're just building this passively, I don't need to worry too much about making this stuff really hard. But since we need it for a bunch of things, I can probably afford to throw a few smelters, like... Alright, already losing track here. Sulfuric acid, titanium, and steel. Alright. Apologies for the nice snot sounds there. Okay, so if we do it like that, do you like that? Okay, good. Would love to automate those. Alright, how many things can I smelt with in this tiny space? 1, 2, 3. Should be enough. Because for the logistics, big boy logistics tower, we're gonna need pretty much babies, and then what we're making. Cool. Okay. So we can actually stop you right there because we won't need more sulfuric acid than that. So titanium alloy. I should remember to cut and paste. Cool. We know it's an alloy because we've washed it in acid. Whew. That was near disaster. So, pop you out right here. And then put you over here. And we just really need one assembler, don't we? That's incredible. Because I spent so much time building these crappy towers the last time I played this. And now we're just gonna have them made. So anytime we need to go get one of these, we can just get them, which is gonna make building the big boys a lot easier. In fact, it makes me wonder if I should save this, because I have a feeling we're going to need to crisscross this one more time. Okay. Alright. Now it's going to be a similar issue for the drones here, where we're going to need some more titanium alloy and computer chips and these thrusters, which actually require more titanium alloy, which is why we want to be building these passively. So, right now, how are we doing on this production? That's a solid question. Okay, we've got a lot of these. I mean, we're working to build passively here. So, my speed here is not my biggest concern right now. But holy hell, these hold 100. That's hilarious. Okay, anyway, enough rubbernecking. Put our second logistics tower over here. Honestly, I also think it would be a good idea to go ahead and just do a local demand for graphene here. More inventory capacity never hurt anybody. Because there's other things that need graphene. So we'll definitely calm you guys down a little bit. Just need 10 of you. And let's check our power to see if we're about to break our grid. We're breaking our grid. We are breaking our grid just a little bit. I think it's going to be okay. This is graphene, right? Okay, so we have our first logistics drones passing over the world. Once again, the robots are taking over. How are you doing on this beautiful Sunday night, Monday morning? All right. Now, we don't need like 5,000 sulfuric acid. I think only like 400 will be plenty. Kind of the same here. We only need 500, so we don't need to like overstress our reserves. Once again, look at this. We're just kind of using everything right now. It's pretty cool. So this will all go through. Did I not make this line specific for sulfuric acid? I did not. Now, I think I can change that by clicking here. There we go. So look at it go. And pretty soon we are going to have a few interplanetary logistics towers. All being made on their own, which is really exciting because we freaking need a place where we can just ship out our stuff. Which means the next really important thing I said is thrusters. Now for thrusters, once again, unfortunately it's going to be a lot like this because we need more turbines. Holy cow. We are exhausting our iron. That's amazing. Okay, well, one thing I can definitely do is send iron plates over here as well. But yeah, our iron production is definitely trying its best. But we are going through it, that's for sure. Where am I? I need to grab another pack of these. Are we not making these anymore? We're short on CPUs. Oh, that's right. Because my strategy for that was we don't need these all the time, but we need them some of the time. So we just grab a stack of 200 and walk them over. I was so much smarter when I made that. Because that's a good way to say, you know what, it's automated, but it's not mindless. We don't need like 30,000 of these. Okay, so there's our research ticking away again. So we need iron. We need iron in a hurry. That's stone. We actually don't have enough iron coming through for all those smelters. That's a problem. Alright, well, let's solve it with logistics towers. We're okay on copper, I think. Yeah. We don't have any of these being made yet, though. Why? Oh, because we don't have an exit. Okay. That would answer some questions. Alright. Well, before these all get sucked away, let's put 2 back in here. Alright. And we have intergalactic towers, which are good. Okay. May need to do the same thing with CPUs here, but we'll figure it out. Or, you know, if I have any extra of this crap. Let's go ahead and run a line through here. We'll just put another box right here. Oh, right here. And this will be our extra storage for this. Because that is eventually going to happen. Alright. You probably don't need to have it going crazy. Alright, iron to map mode. Because now that we are, like, around the world here, we can just kind of grab iron from wherever we want. I saw two that are pretty close to where our oil refineries are. Didn't really see much better than that, so it actually feeds pretty well into our iron reserve already. But how many miners do I have? 5. Let's grab some more miners. This is the mall is overpowered. That is the truth. Alright. Fortunately, we won't have to run power too far here. Okay, logistics tower. I think I am going to go ahead and smelt. So let's put a happy little line of smelters like right here. Six, 7, 8, and then over here. So you can always grab more smelters before we go anywhere else. 6, 7. Can we do 8? 8. Only gonna need 10. Might need more later, but we'll start with 10. Okay. That's fine. That's okay. Just because we're really desperate. That's excellent. That's also pretty good. And can we get some more here? Maybe. Alright, all these are going to be covered. So the goal again for the interplanetary logistics system is to have everything running automatically, which we are all about automation here. So nice knowing I don't have to click on those, but I feel like I missed a few, so we'll figure that out in just a minute. Alright. Okay, that's fine. And then you will go right here. It's not perfect, but if you've ever seen me build, you know that's not my style. I'll just run you guys back down. And you are going to be a supply for copper, or for iron plates. Enjoy the clicky sounds. Alright. Well, we're not going to be short on iron plates for a while. That's for sure. Can we go all the way up? Yes. Missing 1, 2, 3. Put you over here. That puts you over here. And there's a happy little tree that's going to be happy little iron producer here, and so pretty, considering. Yeah, when I did my first playthrough of this, man, I totally underestimated how much more efficient things get when you have, like, the highest upgrade level of stuff. So I definitely do want to get together and have, see, we're barely even there right now. Okay. So you guys are moving, that's good. Got a tiny bit of soil, which is also good. My energy's running out, which is not good. Mech is hungry, needs food. Alright, we're gonna need to get some better food sources here in a little bit too. Because, yeah, our, we're fighting the energy battle, but we're not really winning the energy battle right now. So, if I'm gonna be making a logistics station for iron plates, where do I want to park it? Probably at the beginning of my line. Ugh. This is fine. How many logistics stations did I grab? I grabbed a few, right? Okay, cool. Alright, well, we can do the science one later. I want this one to literally just be dedicated right now to iron. If I need to make it for copper, we can just make it weird later, because this is a little bit of an emergency situation. Alright. Slow. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Try that again. Slow your roll. And this will be a demand station. And we're going to do unlimited demand. We want this to be constantly fed. It doesn't quite look like we're running out of magnets, although we only have 70,000 ore right here, so we probably are going to need to do a line for the magnets very soon. But still, oh. Well, that's done. So we shouldn't have any more iron problems. How's this doing? We have 7 stations. We have 0 supply towers. We have 48 of this. Probably means we're out of titanium. Alright. So I'm going to do something that I said I shouldn't be doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. We're going to handcraft some of this garbage. And the reason I'm doing this is out of... Ooh, not that much. The reason I'm doing this is out of kind of desperation. Alright. Now, I do definitely need to automate this process, which literally just takes iron, magnet, and coppers. Alright. So yeah, we're pushing really hard on our copper supplies here. And take some of these. So we're doing alright on the magnet back up here. Alright, how many of these can I make now? 4. Okay. You know, 4 is okay. Then we can make 2 of these. And that's going to be the start of our fleet, as it were. All grand things start with small packages. Because we need to get our resources flowing through here. All right. Okay, should be making one more. So, interplanetary logistics. And just so there's absolutely no confusion, I'm going to put this right here, but we're not going to assign any of our things to it.
You have a step.
We're just going to call it a demand station. So we do actually need a few little local drones here, because we can supply this way. So your titanium plates, silicon plates, remote demand, local supply. Remote demand, local supply. Power is off. Distance to warp, transport range of vessels. It's gonna be short. This is just gonna be a local. Well, let's keep it kind of like that. All right. Then this one's gonna go up here. And this one's gonna go literally right here. And we'll build some more of these as we automate. I do need some drones though. So build 2. We're out of this stuff for now, which is fine. We got 60 now, that's good. But our goal is going to be to automate more of this later on. Okay, 100 drones is great. I think we're done with CPUs for now. Alright, so 5 interstellar logistics stations. Technically, interstellar logistics stations can do everything that a local station can do with more slots. So I halfway wonder if I even need to be making the tiny stations. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on that. Wow, we are totally nuking our power. I love it. All right. That's the challenge, isn't it? Okay. Well, let's get this party started, I guess. We don't have a lot of road snacks. We're losing this, which is exactly what I saw last time, because we're just not making as much graphene as we were. So everything's kind of falling apart. It's pretty amazing. Let's see if I can save myself with science. Alright, and fly, Icarus fly. Cool. Once I can get these little transport ships automated, this is going to be a very positive feedback loop. we're just going to need to power it all. That's going to be the biggest issue. Okay, where are we landing? Okay. Finally didn't screw that up. Okay. Doing the big one, and we're going to do it kind of in the middle. Oh crap, I didn't bring a lot of belts. That's annoying. I don't think it really changes the plan though. Okay, and it kind of does. That's annoying. Well, looks like I have to make 2 trips here, so that's what happens when you get a little bit in a hurry. Okay, so remote supply, local demand. Because we got a bunch of both of this on here. And you don't have power. So let's change that. And you can be assigned 2 of these. So how's our power draw here now? Suddenly terrible. But silicon's the most important thing for us to transport. And we got one more line of inventory, so that's nice. Okay. So one more trip. And look at that, our first flying up with our first interplanetary transport ship. That's really kind of cool. One thing I've really appreciated about this game is just how much, like, you see everything working. It's just super cool to know that, hey, I made this and it's working like it's supposed to. Alright, looks like we got some other stuff we'll eventually need to do with yellow research, but Vane's utilization is important enough to be doing it, and we can totally burn a bunch of hydrogen once we start doing the gas giant stuff. So there's our first high purity silicon trip. And the nice thing about this is that we shoot. It's gonna miss everything. Wow. Oh, splashdown. It's Fun Town, right? Okay. Not when I can't charge. Fortunately, I've been putting these convenient little charging stations everywhere. So, I'm gonna be rebooting my research first and then dropping the rest of these in my logistics tower. So that'll be fine. Like, this stuff's all trying its best. It really is. And like you see, we have enough iron now. So we're going to be fine on that. That's awesome. Alright, so... Okay. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Yeah, just like that. Just little things moving around. It's pretty nice. Then we can just put the rest of you right here. And then suddenly we'll be filling up all these boxes. And this stuff will eventually be moving. So like right here, we got steel being made. That's good. We got some more tiny towers here. We actually got 5. I don't know if those stack up to 5 in total. But that's really nice. Next thing to do, though, is to go ahead, go up here. And set this up for interplanetary logistics. Not interplanetary, but you get the idea. I wonder. No, I probably can't, but the idea works in theory, at least. So we got a few, oh, I gotta drop off a bunch of silicon. What am I thinking? Alright. And I've got to grab belts. Can't grab belts until I drop off the silicon. Boop. So we're going to have a steady supply of that now. We still got to upgrade these belts. Alright. And we're still going to need some road snacks. But unfortunately, we are running out. So what's our science production looking like right now? Because our power's doing good. This is amazing. So 23, 29, 43. But it's been inconsistent. But look at this. We're actually running out of graphene for all this now. We're actually not producing enough. That's wild, man. I have so much of the stuff that's cracking hydrogen, and our hydrogen's just kind of sitting here. You know what I'm going to do just to try and get all this stuff moving is something I should have done probably a few videos ago. Boop. Alright. Give this hydrogen a place to park. So right now we need yellow science to get this to work. So we're about to have another power spike. Cool. And we're only going to demand like 400 at a time. Alright, so only need like 15. We put you over here. I hate running these through the boxes for now, but the boxes are literally in the way of what I'm doing, so it's just gonna have to do that. Then on the way out, we just take our yellow science and run with it this way. Okay. Did not mean to grab 12 of those, but whatever. So, yellow science supply. Good stuff. Okay, we have a bunch of drones that are coming. We'll see what they do. Alright, last local logistics station for the time being. Then we can honestly get rid of this blue one as well. Alright. And this is just going to have a happy little blue and yellow demand. Because we're making red right here. So let's see, what's it going to be? It's going to be... Oops. Ooh. I knew that was going to happen. Okay. Take two. Alright, let's just drain the power system again. Demand and demand. And, ooh. Definitely do not want 50. Right click. I'm getting messy here. Alright. Okay, we'll do blue here. We'll do yellow here. Which means we have one more logistics tower we gotta do. So that's why we automate all this crap. Okay, so almost there. So we have one little tower. Fortunately, that's all we need, because it's trying to build the big towers right now. But logistics, they're fun. All right. Now I have some special little plans for this tower, because all we need to really do with it is it might have been a little too close. Alright. I really like that you can dismantle stuff and it doesn't penalize you by forcing you to just eat the cost. Alright. Go ahead once again, drop you down. Drop like 20 drones in you, because we have drones for days. And then road here. And you will be supplying blue cubes. But then we're also going to take all of our circuits and all of these things, and we're also going to be supplying them. So that's good, right? And that means for this thing, we can just upright delete it. So there's all that spaghetti gone. Now I should be able to... If I look in my inventory here, here we go. Just drop all these down here. And that's going to be the same thing. I told you before, this bus is only needed for so long. And the bus is about to leave the station for its last time. Hopefully I didn't just screw that up. Nope, we're good. Alright, so... maybe we're putting a little more stress on these systems, but we're going to need these parts for later, so it's fine. Cool, so how's our power failure now? Pretty bad, but it could be worse. Alright, so we still got iron going. We got all these little doodads going. Got a few things to drop off here. What does our research is not doing great. We're making 60 of these per minute, which is actually a higher production rate than the other ones. So that's a positive. So our production here is good enough, considering. I think we're going to be out of titanium in a little bit, though. But, like, if we look here, like, all this shit, we're out of graphene. I said this would be a problem. Alright, well. By the power of logistic stations, you're about to be graphene. Alright, first off, there was a coal vein near this. So good, we can fill that in right now. We're gonna do a, put this on demand. And what needs energetic graphene? Because we're just gonna plug it right in the start of the line. Really, really gross and nasty like. Doop. And drop you down. Cool. See, there's a solution for everything, and the solution is just build more stuff. Alright, cool. So see, look, we're running out of power here. This is officially behind the times. We're getting carried by our solar power right now. Alright. So back to mining shit. I think 4 miners will do. Remember when I used to care about efficiently grabbing every single node possible? Now we're just like, hurry it up. We've got bigger production fish to fry. Okay, we just got more efficient ore collection. That's awesome. And couldn't have asked for a better time for that too, because that's definitely something I neglected in my first playthrough of this game, is just how important better ore collection becomes. Alright. So this will be fine. I think we're actually building on the equator here. I think if we do it like this, we can put smelters on both sides. Oh, I need more smelters. Construct additional smelters. $50 will do. Just feels so good doing that. Alright. Upgrade. That might help with the oil, with the iron shortage as well. Alright, wrong button. And of course now, I was wondering if my cats were going to keep freaking out. Because they found a mouse earlier because we've had a lot of rain, and the mice don't usually come in because, once again, we have cats. But I guess when things get desperate, they get desperate. And if you're flooded out of your house, if you're flooded out of safety. Okay, I don't need to be skipping as many spots here, but this is fine. Because we're gonna do this. We don't want these to be lined up so that it's easier for our sorters to do their thing. Wrong belts. So it's funny, I still got a lot of homework I gotta do for this. Alright. Please tell me I have enough of these. Energetic graphene. It'll kind of be an outdated resource, but cool. But this is why we do the non-aligned, because this way I don't have to think nearly as hard about what I'm doing with my little grabbers. Okay, cool. This might actually be overkill, but we're gonna do it anyway, because I'd rather overbuild than underbuild. Alright. Looks fine. We're just going to put it right in the middle here, except we're going to go around this thing. And you are going to be our graphene supply station for days. Look at that. We have all of our iron plates we need. And definitely afford to put some more drones here. And let's check and make sure this moves. Boop. Yeah, unfortunately the miners won't run faster. But we're sure pulling a lot. So this... Okay, we only got 25 storage. That technically means that we need to increase this capacity. Would like to increase that as well. Could go ahead and queue this. Need to queue that. That's a good quality of life one. Can't do that yet. And the problem with Mecha Core 4 is that it's needed for the warp. So we actually need to unlock purple, which to get to purple, we're almost there. But the problem with making purple is that we need potato chips and these things. And... okay, making happy little silicon things. We might have actually already unlocked that. I'll have to check. I thought it was locked down here, but I don't think it is. Those are really important though. So my queue's full. Cool. Alright, so let's see. Look at this. We have just spammed the skies with everything. I love it. Our energy is low, but we're not broken. And look at this! Look at this shit. Alright. So if we do all this for energetic graphene, kind of makes me wonder. I think the answer, first off, is that we're just going to eat off the line here because we're hungry. But I think the second and maybe more important thing is that we do, in fact, instead of dropping it here, we need to drop it into this sorter. Wow, we're not making any hydrogen right now. So weird. Alright. 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 That should be fine. So we're 8 hours in and we're still going through some of our old resources here. But yeah. There we go. This is going to give us some power. Now, why are we not getting any hydrogen? Because this should all be coming from back here. Fascinating again. So we're using hydrogen about as well as we can get it. We do have a tiny bit of surplus, but not a ton of surplus. Alright. Because I'm kind of wondering if I want to ship that hydrogen across here. But I think it's going to be better if I just go ahead and work towards mini fusion power. Which means we got some things to pre-build. Alright. So what did I say I was going to do? We've got to automate these. And we need to automate those separately because they need a lot of shit. Alright. Alright, and I'll tell you the other thing I gotta do, in fact, is we don't have any of the tiny logistics towers, so we're just gonna take 2 of these big ones. They're okay because they have more slots to supply things with. You just need the power for them. And I think one thing I need to do is to start moving my stuff around. But before we do that, let's just go ahead and fix my major mistake that I made down here. So we need more of this. We actually have a pretty solid supply of this now. That's fantastic. You actually make one more spot available for it. Let's see. So to make more of these bad boys. Okay, we can make this. Just with silicon plates, so that'll be easy. Alright, so we need iron and copper. Graphene and magnets. Okay. Alright, it's really funny that we are full up on this now. Like I said, this is supposed to just be passive production. And we are where the cup is running over. In fact, we can probably just justify dropping a third one here, because having CPUs is that important, as you're about to see. Because everything needs processors later in the game. It's going to drop them in the same series of boxes here, though, because we're not going to use these just yet. We're saving this stuff for a rainy day. All right. So 3 of those should be fine. We got silicon, copper, iron belts, titanium right here. So we only really need to do, like, we don't need to worry about much of this right now. But if we put one of these down, like right here, like this ends the bus. The bus is dead. RIP. Okay. But we're going to turn this into our magnet supply, copper plates, iron plate supply, local supply, remote supply. Why don't you have power? Probably because you are attempting to kill my power draw by charging. Cool. Okay. As long as that's clear. We can even add some droney drones to this. Let's add 26, because that sounds fun. We're going to be shipping this shit all over the place. Alright, and we don't need to drop the silicon plates in there. But this is going to be a pretty damn good test for, probably don't need more than 1,000 of any of these for now. Alright, but what's really fun is that we're going to have little drones running iron around everywhere. So that'll be fine. Everything's just going to keep going and going, and it'll be all fantastic. And let's make this slightly more efficient by doing this. We'll grab some more sorters, and I've done a lot of stuff here. I got started a little earlier, so I'm going to run a little bit longer again, because there's still some stuff I want to do, but I can't stay up like into the heat of the morning or anything. But let's see. We finally have belts. Let's go visit our happy little lava planet while our automated dronies do their thing. Wow, that's a really weird... Uh-oh. Let's see if we got anything to eat. Okay. That is not going to last us. Alright, but once again, one thing I need to get automated as well. We can work towards deuterium fuel rods. We are going to need those. But hydrogen fuel rods, in theory, should be easier. So that's something where we're already amassing a little bit of hydrogen. That's an easy design project. And then we can actually put the hydrogen fuel rods, I believe, into this thing. So to make that, we need to make this coiled up tube, which once again requires graphene and titanium, things I have. So we're not too far from being totally screwed. Unfortunately, I failed to build more logistics vessels. Whoops. But can always make that run in a little bit because I said I need to automate the crap out of that anyway. Alright, so look at that. Hungry, hungry mecha. Fortunately, we can drink a little bit here. Then we can just do what we should have done the first time here. And put this line down here. Put this one up here. It's like we have nothing in our core. We're literally just... We're about to chew on some graphene that we happen to have in our possession. Could probably mine some coal or something. Okay, collides with another object. What is that other object? Oh, this thing gets buggy sometimes. Alright. So, titanium supply. So, anytime I need to grab a bunch of these, I can do it just from here. Like, for example, let's grab like 8,000. We'll hold 3,000 here. Actually not, no we won't. Because we need titanium more than anything right now, which is weird. It definitely was not like that the last time. But that's the fun part about new saves, is new challenges. Alright. Let's go to our happy little power boost. And then we're going to see if we can fly across the area and not, like, fall over. Alright. So we've got a lot of research going. I really want to check my research menu, but I can't. Like I said, I did hit one of my major goals, which is to get my logistics crap set up. I've just got to get it perfected now. So look at how fast we're spinning. And we can see our 2 little logistics vessels moving. We're going to have a lot more of those soon. Let's fly. Unfortunately, sailing takes a lot of power, especially when you're not really passively generating any power. Alright, that'll do. You always make a little bit. Cool. So yeah, this is maybe one of the last times I'll be ferrying back and forth across the star system before I have other things do it for me, and that will free up my time to do a bunch of other stuff, which is a very important step in this game. The playing Dyson Sphere program the lazy way. Maybe that's what I should have called this series. But we are pretty close to being able to auto-build or get close to auto-building our gas harvesters, which is going to negate a lot of energy issues. Cool. So I love this. Walking kills our power. Can I get anywhere that will automatically charge me, or am I dead? Okay, I'm not too dead. Just kinda dead. Like, for all of those happy little charge things I threw around, I didn't land too far away from it. But we got some more hydrogen there, so we can use that to make hydrogen fuel rods. It won't be too bad. Alright, that's good enough. But yeah, this is really tightly packed. All of these, but let's see, we have titanium, so much that we can't actually hold on to it for very long. So this is all just gonna go in here. Then we have silicon, all gonna go in here. I still have some drones, right? Drones. Did I really drop off 100 drones? Well, this is fine. Not having any drones here just lets other things come to grab what's needed when it's needed. Alright, so what's my special project for today? We have 7 of these. Why do we have 0 of these? It's because we're lacking steel. Why are we lacking steel? Ooh. Oh, that would do it. Okay. So that's a logistical problem. We're lacking steel because I should have put a splitter down here. Cool. Well, let's let this build up and I'll figure it out, because that's going to be a problem for kind of another time. So I have a lot of things. I want to automate. The logistics vessels is probably the most important, though. So let's see if we can dig out our iron line. That's graphene. Oh, that's right. I need to get copper out of here. Like, look at this. Look at how few magnets we have. I did say we're going to need to make some more, but good gravy, we are out of magnets. Alright. Just go ahead and upgrade all these just so it can be consistent. And I desperately need to get another energy source. Alright. Alright, so that's promising. I don't want to be doing this too much for too long. Once I get the hydrogen fuel cells, it'll go a little better. Alright, how much of this did I grab? Good enough. So where else did we have iron that's possibly close to a logistics station? Like, what my plan literally is we have our tower here. I guess I could technically turn some of this into magnet production. Might as well use what I already built. Like, there's enough iron for all this crap. I don't know if we need all of these to become iron. We'll figure that out later. But magnets. We definitely need magnets. And our research has stopped, so that's another thing here that we're just gonna have to figure out. So let's see, how many magnets do we want? 5, 6, 7. Probably should have deleted those first. Not like that. Cool. Not sure how the cut and paste works when I'm replacing, is why I didn't do it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then, do you have a lot of iron? You have a lot of iron. We're actually going through that graphene. That's kind of amazing. Are we going to go through these magnets is the question. Alright. So we're just kind of setting the table here. Like this is running out. So it's going to be our magnet demand. And magnets will just go on the line that they're already on. And maybe go a little faster. So see, we got drones working. put these down there. Can't actually fit the iron plates though, so might as well just drop those here where it used to be. Cool. Alright, I'll be honest with you guys. I am running out of gas. So I think I am going to call this a good time. I think we're done making planetary logistics towers for now. Which is fine, because interestingly enough, we are... Whoa! We're running low on all this crap. Awesome. Like, this is all here. We literally just need steel. So if I break that chain for now, that'll be fine. I'll have to think about how I want to do some of this, because we're running through some of these so fast, but it's fine. Our power's fairly balanced. It's not like totally dead. But where am I going to start next time? We have magnets that are moving across these lines, but I can move them out through here. I need to make this stuff so I can make these. I need to make these, which means I need to automate this. So yeah, I've got some work to do. I'm gonna have to design plan, because one of the things is that I'm just a little too tired right now. But we do have 7 minutes before this research goes. If we look at our production, our blue's great, our red's okay, our yellow is lagging. I'm a little curious about that. So we can see what the bottleneck is here. I knew organic crystals would be one of my issues before, but look at what's killing me now. Of all the things, it's refined oil. So this is hilarious. I went from having an overabundance of refined oil to practically none. And I have all these refineries moving here. Just like so many refineries worth of oil. And it's not enough to feed this beast. Which makes me wonder if we're short on oil and high on plastic, do we need this many things making plastic? Let's try cutting out 2 of these. Maybe 3 of these. Because if we have enough plastic, this is making 20 plastic per minute. And we do need 10 here. This is where getting to the crystals is such a big deal. Like, look, we're not even... We're barely passing through anything here. I'm gonna cut one more out just to see what happens. But yeah, I obviously have some work and iteration to do, but it's been a very productive time. So thanks for those of you all who are watching on YouTube. I am about to pass out, which is pretty exciting, I guess. Maybe that means I'll actually go to sleep, which would be a nice change. But yeah, this is Dyson Sphere Program. As I said before, there are always problems, and some of those problems do not have like ready solutions. Like, we were doing really good here until we weren't. Maybe it just means I need to be pumping more oil in, but that's another problem for another day. We have drones all over the place, which was our goal, and we've succeeded in that. So this is Asher. Thanks for watching. We'll do this again in the future. You all have a good night.